So today was supposed to be a fun day for the kids and everybody else to be able to, play games and do the D&D thing. And I wasn't going to join. Um, I can't game with someone that I am head over heels in love with who is basically casting a blind eye to the truth. And as you guys can see, I'm in a new location. I'm in my garage because apparently that's where a piece of trash like me belongs. It's in the garage with everything else that is not wanted. So, yesterday, I told you guys that there was some stuff going on that I needed to process. And here's what basically happened. I didn't know that she had unblocked me until she sent me a Facebook message. And basically what that Facebook message entailed was, hey, I need you to do me a favor. And I was like, well, I'm at work. I can't really do that. I'm heading to the bathroom. And she was like, oh, perfect. I need you to log into my Facebook. Here's my password. Here's my email. And I need you to video chat with someone and do a striptease. I was like, how is that going to work? I mean, like, seriously, how is that going to work? We don't look the same. We don't sound the same. And she informed me that the guy had agreed to no face, so I wouldn't have to show my face. And all I would have to do is just do what he directed. And I told her I didn't feel comfortable with it. I didn't want to do it. Told her that I wasn't a whore or a prostitute, and I didn't want to do it. And she then told me that I would not be the only one who was pooping blood, and that I needed to remember who cooks food for my children when I am at work, which was a threat. Plain and simple. She was threatening to hurt my kids. So I logged in to her Facebook, putting the information in that she told me. And I took screenshots from my messenger because, I knew he would never believe me. And I did not engage in the video chat, but I did log in for a brief moment, and then I logged out, and then I went into mine. And to show that she had unblocked me, I went to her friends list and I took screenshots of her friends, kind of to preempt him trying to say that I was faking everything. And so I logged out. I told her it was done. I went back to work. Didn't think anything about it. Didn't, do anything. And then she posted up on her Facebook something about me being a dumb person because I enrolled in law school and quit after 2 months, which did not happen. I was removed from the program because of staffing issues due to this virus thing. And I've been trying to get re-enrolled and trying to get back into it, and it was just a blatant lie. And she posted it up on her Facebook as if it was true. And I got pissed because my aunt, who's not even friends with me, who's not even friends with Dave, who has no connection to either one of us at all whatsoever, had brought it to my attention and was like, Amanda, what is this? Why is this person coming across my suggested friends list? And why is this being said? And I caught hell for it. And I had to explain to my aunt that I didn't quit, that I was kicked out because of staffing issues. And I had to basically put out that fire. Then he decided that he was going to accuse me of lying, saying that I've been pulling bullshit and all that stuff, and whatever you want. No, out. No, out. Go play with Dave and. Sorry about that. Yeah, I'm not even allowed in the house. He refuses to come down to hang out with the kids after all this bullshit. So I don't even know what time they left. They went sometime around 3 o'clock to go for a, quote unquote drive. They were gone for like 5 hours or more. I don't even know what time they left. And I woke up at like 1 o'clock this morning to her basically yelling at me and kicking me in the back and calling me names, telling me that, I hope you're happy with this bullshit you're doing and all this other kind of stuff. And I'm like, I don't even know what the fuck is going on. All I did was tell him that she needed to take the picture down or the post or whatever it was and stop spreading lies about me. That's all I did. And she's, sitting there kicking me and I'm hurting and I hear the door to the garage lock. So I know she's locked me in. And I wind up passing out. And at some point in time after I passed out, I guess they unlocked the door, or somebody unlocked the door, because when I woke up at 7 this morning, the door was unlocked and I was able to leave and get some pain pills. But then I sent him a message and I'm like, hey, this is what she sent to me. This is what she wanted me to do yesterday when I was at work. And she attacked me last night and started kicking me. And I don't appreciate her asking me for a favor and then sitting there and attacking me because I don't feel comfortable with following through. And he was like, well, that's just one of the fake profiles that's been made in her name. And that wasn't actually her. And I'm like, Dave, I went and logged into my account and took screenshots of her friends. I don't think her friends or you would be friends with a fake account. And I sent him the screenshots that I took of her friends list showing that it was her, not a fake account. And he just was like, well, you've been lying and you've been caught in lies and I'm sick of this shit and all this other kind of stuff. And I'm like, well, you know what? I'm sick of you not acting like the alpha that I fell in love with. You act like a beta. You do everything that she tells you to do. And as long as you're acting like a beta, I'm not going to treat you like the alpha because you haven't earned it. Until you get your head out of the sand and you actually realize that you're being manipulated and that you are not the alpha that you portray yourself as, then I'm going to continue to try to pull you out of the darkness you continue to want to drown in. And I admit I was a little flippant, I was like, is that saying that you've got your head stuck in warm because I would hate for you to have, a cold? And he was like, I just want you to stop doing all this stuff. And I'm like, I'm not doing anything. I'm not saying anything to anyone. I don't even talk to my sister. I hardly talk to anyone in my family anymore. I don't talk to anyone at work. I have nothing. I'm completely cut off from every person that I could be able to rely on. And I'm just like flabbergasted that she's pulling all of this stuff. And I have no doubt that she's the one who's making, fake profiles. And he's sitting there like, well, the FBI is going to investigate it as a terror crime because I was mentioned and it targeted me specifically. And I'm like, dude, if she sits there and, makes a complaint and then goes back and recants it, then they're just going to look at it as a lover's quarrel and they're not going to investigate. You can say all you want to that there's going to be, MAC addresses pulled and stuff like that, but I've had better scare tactics from the customers at work than anything you can throw at me. I've been abused my entire life, and there's nothing you can say or do that's going to make me fall in line unless you're actually being who you're supposed to be. And I'm just like in awe that the man I fell in love with, the one who would look at the screenshots that I sent and see them for what they are, which is the truth, would be more interested in her money and completely not even being the man that he was than to actually sit there and be what he used to be. I don't know what changed over the past 2 years. I don't know why he is doing this. I mean, the man I fell in love with would have confronted me if I had done something wrong, and if I had lied, or if I had done something that was shady. He would have confronted me, because that's what it does. That's him. He confronts problems head on. He doesn't hide in the sand. Yet when it comes to her, he's just burying everything and just not even being himself anymore. It's almost like she has him beaten or something, and I don't like it. And I told him that I love him and I want to spend the rest of my life with him. And he's like, well, you just need to stop worrying about me. This is my mistake to make if I'm going to be making it. And I'm like, I love you and you need to just get over it, because I'm going to worry about those that I love. And that's the truth of the fact. I'm going to worry about the ones that I love. And that's who I am. And I'm stuck here in the garage because she doesn't want me to be considered as part of the family. She wants to be mother to my children. She wants to be the rooster of the house. And, the woman the woman that he fell in love with, wouldn't have taken this shit laying down. And now that I'm fighting back and being that woman again, all of a sudden he's acting childish and he's refusing to come down because I'm down here. And it's like, what do you expect me to do? You don't want me in the room. You don't want me anywhere near either one of you. I don't have anything else to do. I don't have anywhere else to go. I don't have the ability to be able to branch out on my own because you take all my money. He only gives me like $100 plus whatever spare change is left over from my paychecks. The rest of it he takes and he spends on whatever it is that they want to spend it on. So I get like maybe $100 to $150 every 2 weeks. And that's not enough for me to be able to save up for anything. That barely covers my gas. And it's just like, how am I supposed to save up for anything? How am I supposed to be able to leave? You don't want me to leave. You want me to be by your side. You want me to stay here. But you're not listening to the truth. Even though it's smacking you upside the head, shooting double barrel shotgun shells at you, even though it's running you over with a truck, everything is the truth and you're not listening. You're burying your head in the sand. And all of this shit is just so stupid. I just don't understand why he can't just get his head out of his ass and be the alpha I fell in love with. I have no problem with following him as long as he is leading me and my children on a safe path. And he's not being some little beta bitch. I'm alpha in personality because I have to be in order to protect my children. And I can be an alpha if I have to be. But I don't like it. I would much prefer to be in my beta position. And I fought for almost a year and a half to prove my position by his side. And it looks like it wasn't good enough the first time around, so now I have to do it again. And a lot of you are probably wondering, Amanda, why are you doing this to yourself? Why are you fighting for somebody who obviously is just a piece of shit and, never going to change and nothing but a serial cheater and all this other kind of stuff? And the thing is, when I made the decision to actually try to live, I promised myself that I would only have 3 relationships in the entirety of my life. And I've had those 3 relationships. And he's my 3rd. And I don't want to be some little old lady who's sitting in a house by herself because her kids are all grown and forgotten about her. And I don't want to have to walk life without someone by my side. And I can see a future with him if he just grow the fuck up and be the man I fell in love with again. But I don't know. I'm going to post this up. I know it's not like, as long as the others have been, but I have a headache and I'm tired of crying and I'm hurting. And I think she may have bruised my kidneys or something because I was peeing blood earlier, and the only thing that I've been drinking for the past 3 months is water. Not even the bottled water is sitting right with me, and I don't know what's going on. But I can't go to the ER because one, can't afford the bill, and 2, I don't want to run the risk of actually catching the coronavirus and bringing it home to my children. So I can't go to the ER to get checked out, and I'm really just hoping that whatever it was is just bruises. I think she may have re-injured my ribs because the ones that were broken are hurting again. But yeah, I'm just gonna kind of chill today. So you guys have a good one.